Life in Agony, and Stick. And about how many shows are on this tour for you guys?
Well, we're out for 5 weeks. I believe we're playing about 30 shows within those 5 weeks.
That's a pretty long tour. And do you think you're getting the respect, or getting closer to the respect you deserve as an artist?
Well, I don't know if we deserve respect or not, but for some reason the shows are doing well. And we seem to be making everybody money except for ourselves.
Cool. I was also noticing that you and Christian Woman video, how much input and freedom did you have with the way those were developed?
Well, do you want to handle this one?
Yeah, Black Number One was done by a director. We were definitely not happy with the results. Christian Woman was done by Jonathan Reese, and we were extremely happy with the results. A much more creative piece and more atmospheric, like the band, and more representative of the music.
And you played Jesus in Christian Woman, is that right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
It's kind of a more of a visual metaphor.
Well, actually, what had happened was, what the song is about is a young girl that fantasizes about having sex with Christ. Unfortunately, we had to cater to MTV guidelines, and so we cannot even imply that this poor creature was having sex with Christ. So instead, she had to crawl into bed with me. So
well, that wasn't that bad, was it? Did you know the girl?
No, but I know her well now.
That was my sister.
It's your sister? So, were you raised Catholic?
I was born a Catholic, yes, and raised a Catholic, but I do not consider myself to be Catholic any longer.
So you've pretty much recovered as a Catholic. And how much do you ever find yourself feeling guilty about really stupid things anymore?
No.
No?
Not really.
Because I do. I know what your music is about, your family.
I don't let them hear anything I do. They just would not understand.
What do your parents think of what your music is about, your family?
I don't let them hear anything I do. They just would not understand. Simply put.
My mother's a shrink, so she surely understands.
Do you think that Bloody Kisses was the psychotherapy you needed? Or do you need to...
Yeah, well, I think all of my songwriting is actually sonic therapy for me. I have a hard time expressing myself, so I try to do it with music.
Okay. Host and Typo Negative got Peter Steele, vocalist and bassist, and Josh Silver on keyboards.
Easy.
And so Peter, are you the voice of the band? You are literally, you write the music, you write the songs, the lyrics. What is it? Where do you find your role?
My role?
What is your role?
Well, primarily I'm the vocalist and bassist of this unit. I'm also the songwriter and lyricist, so I guess that makes it primarily my fault.
Okay. Where do you write most of your songs? You live in Brooklyn.
I live in Brooklyn.
Where do you find the space to create?
I pretty much write songs in my head. I create little parts while I'm at work or something. And when I have enough parts, I try to string them together so they make some logical sense, at least sense to me.
On Bloody Kisses, there are several warped soundscapes, is that? And I know Josh has a big role in that, and I was wondering how much freedom you have, or actually spare time you have to do some experimenting with those sounds.
Really, it was just the result of too much drug use. And they were completely unplanned and made no sense whatsoever.
Playing with hardcore bands, the heavy metal sound, but do you think with this record you'll be able to raise the consciousness of those that are really into the gothic sound? Do you think you'll have your metal fans and your hardcore fans cross over?
Well, we hope to find some new fans with this new album, but I don't think it's primarily up to us. I would hope that the record company gets off their asses and does the proper thing and advertises to more types of people than just metal and hardcore. I hope they go for goth and alternative industrial, shit like that.
What would be your dream bill? The bands that you would love to play with?
Well, some of my favorite bands are Leibach, Devo, and Sisters of Mercy. And I wouldn't even like to open for them. I would roadie for them.
How about you, Josh?
I don't like music.
So you guys must have been inspired by some music, maybe the psychedelic sounds of the 60s, the song Can't Lose You and all those other psychedelic sounds on the record.
That's true. Him and I come from the same background, having been born in the early 60s. So we listened to like psychedelic music, and then the 70s came along and there was Deep Purple and Black Sabbath and stuff like that. And then we got into hardcore and thrash and heavy metal, and now I guess we're getting too old to play the fast stuff, so we slowed down. The arthritis kicks in, we can't remember the parts. And so that leads us to this last album, which is kind of slow and depressing.
An eclectic mess.
Do you think you're going to explore more slow and depressing sounds for more stuff that you're writing, maybe even delve into the vampire themes that you touched on in Black Number 1?
Well, I try to write songs from my heart, and depending upon how I feel, that's what comes out of me. So if I win Lotto tomorrow, the next album will probably sound like circus songs. Not that they don't already, but they'll just be like on a more happy note.
And you want your fans to enjoy circus songs more than gothic songs?
I really don't care what my fans think. No, I write songs that please myself because this is the way that I express myself. If the guys in the band like what I've written, then they could take part in it. And we do what we want to do. We don't get much money out of this, so it's not like, if we don't sell albums, we're going to starve to death because we have day jobs. So,
what is successfully coping with the natural beauty of infidelity?
Yes, I do.
And do you think you've been able to handle relationships better after writing the music on that record?
I don't think writing that song has helped me handle anything better. I think the fact that I wrote it 5 years ago and that I'm not the same person anymore and that I've learned from my mistakes, I think that helps me to handle things better. The songwriting itself just helped me with the anger a little bit, and that's all it did.
And it was also prelude to agony, too, that you were so angry and you wanted to kill someone.
Of course. When somebody screws you over, someone that you entrusted completely, you feel extreme anger, and you want to do the worst possible thing to them because they've done the worst possible thing to you.
Is that when you felt you had to give up hope and possibly do the worst thing to yourself?
Yes, exactly. I did give up hope.
And what made you decide to go on and write more music?
Fear of death. I live just because I avoid dying, just because I'm afraid to die. I exist to avoid non-existence.
Do you have a message for those out there that have almost given up hope, maybe, because of someone they love? Do you think it's worth it?
No, I don't. I don't think anyone is worth dying for. No one. But on the same note, I think that taking one's life is a privilege. One's own life, and I will surely die by my own hand. Death will not come knocking at my door.
So you think it's really brave of someone to actually take their own life, but not to take their own life for another person?
I think anyone that takes his or her own life for someone else is a fool.
Okay.
But when you're up against the wall and you make a correct decision to take your own life, when you realize that there's just no reason to go on, when the pain outweighs the happiness, I think it's the ultimate act of heroism.
And the actual song, Bloody Kisses, involves a situation where you discover someone that has taken their life, and then you want to take yours. So it then again touches on that theme, but that didn't really ever actually happen to you or anything.
No, of course not. That was a modern Romeo and Juliet. For lack of subject matter, I went and stole something from someone else.
Wow. This one, Jonathan decided to film it in color.
Correct.
And what was your input on it?
Well, there's a long pause here, I'm sorry. The input was only writing the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
His, creative input was all of his own making. He really didn't want any of our input, which was fine because he had proven himself as to be someone excellent that we'd want to work with, so we completely trusted him,
mm-hmm.
and we feel that he did a great job.
Did you explore perhaps filming a video that would be uncensored and not airable on MTV?
Well, unfortunately, you don't know that that's going to happen until it happens. And we invested $50,000 in this, not knowing that it was going to be canned by MTV. They just don't like it.
I know, it's really too bad.
Well, I don't like MTV either.
Your plans. What do you got?
Underway, by the way.
Wow. Okay. Guys, I'm not having an easy time composing myself. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're rolling.
God, thank you. Anyway, so for future plans, Peter,
Yes.
you got a new record coming out, maybe? Writing some new stuff and doing some more acting?
I will speak chronologically.
Okay.
Right now we are in the midst of a tour. I believe I covered that already. We're going to take a break. The few areas in the country that we missed, we're going to go back and hit them, which is going to be the southeast and the northwest. After that, we're going to take another break. We're going to Europe in mid-July to play a festival in Belgium. There's another festival in Finland at the beginning of August. So we're going to try to fill that time up with more shows in Germany and Holland, England, France, and stuff like that. I do have some songs written for the next album. However, the band doesn't know them yet. I'm not even sure if they want to know them. But they're going to find out sooner or later.
Yeah. Josh, what parting words of wisdom, theory, would you like to enlighten the crowd about?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
That's correct.
Peter?
No matter what you do, you're going to die anyway.
There we have it. Typo Negative, Peter Steele, and Josh Silver here in Berkeley. I'm Sandra for Post.
Watching Post, and this is our video.
Hi, this is Peter Steele.
And Josh Silver of Typo Negative.
And you're watching Post.
Yeah, the same thing, and then introduce the video.
Hi, this is Peter Steele.
And Josh Silver of Typo Negative.
You're about to watch our new video, Christian Woman. So for the next 3.5 minutes, turn to another channel.